So my painting today is called Aurora. The colors that I'm going to be using today are purple, dark purple, purple, light magenta, white, yellow, warm gray, chrome oxide green, fluorescent purple, black, and cobalt blue. The brushes that I'm going to be using today is my number 12 Filbert brush, a number 4 chisel brush, and a 10/0 liner brush. I have an 8x10 and I got it turned the long way. I went ahead and painted my, I've just sewed it white, but I went ahead and painted with the black coat. Just one single coat is what I put on it to, because I wanted to try it with the black finish. On my palette to start off with, I'm going to try to show you what I have. I have some dark purple, some purple, which is just dark and light's what I'm going to call it, light magenta, white, and some warm gray, which is a tan. And that's what we're going to start off with. I'm going to use my number 12 Filbert, and we're just going to come in with some of this darker gray, purple, darker purple. I'm going to have to mix it too because I think that's too. I'm just going to kind of cover this up a little darker, so I'm probably going to have to use a lot more darker purple here just to tone some of that lighter purple that I put on there. It's okay. I'm just going around the edges here, and I think I picked up too much of my light again. It looks blue on the, when I look into the lens it looks blue, but that's okay. I'm just rubbing some of this in. Bringing in some of this lighter purple. And if I want to, if I have to, I can come back down with a with some more darker if I need to. I'm going to pick up some of my, I'm still going to keep coming down with the darker purple. Just come on down with it. I'm going to use my brush, my dirty brush, and I'm going to pick up some of this magenta in here and just kind of let that blend in. Actually, I think I'm going to wipe my brush off and then pick up some of my magenta. It's just blended in now. That's all I'm doing, y'all. Just blending it in. Okay, I'm going to pick up a little of the magenta and a little white and come on down in here. Too much white. So let's just bring some of that magenta down in there. Alright, I'm going to wash my brush because I'm just getting a lot of purple that I don't want in here. And I'm going to have to let some of this dry so I can get some more of this pink in here. And I'm just picking up purple and going back in there with it. Pick up a little bit of my lighter purple right in here and just I want to stay at least about an inch from the bottom is what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to wash my brush. At this point, I'm just going to pick up some of my white, and I may end up having to come in with something else, but we'll see. I'm just rubbing this on. Making a grab a little bit of that tan with this and see what we're getting here. Oh yeah. So I just picked up some tan and some white. And I still got that pink in my brush, so. I am going to pick up some of my light magenta and just come in here and start rubbing it in. Yeah. There we go. I like having that bright in there, so we could just let that blend in. More purple in here so I can let it blend. So I washed and dried my brush. I've picked up some Florescent Pink, and I'm going to try some of that in here. Just kind of blending it in, and we'll spread some purple in here with this. We're just putting some colors down. I'm going to pick up a little bit of that tan and come right in here with a little tan. Then I can always do something different with that if I don't like it there. Okay, let's go ahead and pick up a little bit more of my, I wash my brush because it's overpowering it was with other colors. So let's I'm gonna give this let it dry, and then we'll come back and see what we need. Okay, so I've got it to dry. I'm back with my paints, and I'm just not caring for it at right this moment. So I'm going to pick up some more of this tan, and I'm just going to come in here and rub it in. Because that's, need a little something in there. Wash my brush, and I'm going to come back in with just some of the fluorescent pinks, and I'm just going to rub it in. I'm going to pick up a little black in here. A little dark purple with this, and just let that kind of rub in. And we just blending colors is what I'm trying to get in to get what I want. I'm picking up this fluorescent, and I've got some purple on my brush, so I like them colors together. So we're going to bring in some purple. So we'll have some darker spots of purple in some spots, and then lighter in other where the pink shines through more. And this is just one of those paintings you can kind of put it where you want it. Okay, I'll pick up a little bit of that light. I just don't like that light purple too much. I tried it. I just don't care for it that much in there. But I am going to bring it back up here just a little bit and rub it into some of this darker purple. Just to put get some different textures of color going on in here. And just rubbing. I'm rubbing pretty hard, y'all. Okay, I'm going to pick up the pink and the purple, and I'm going to come in here and rub. Oh yeah. So my dark purple and my fluorescent pink is what I'm. And it's not so bright. That's the pink. I don't want the pink so bright, so that's why I'm using the purple to help tone it down some. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up some purple now and come in here and do some more darker spots. Back over here, so I'll pick up some more of that pink in there with it, so it can just kind of blend in. Okay, I'm going to pick up some. I don't need much of it, but I want to pick up a little bit of bright yellow with some of my white here. Just a little bit. That's I'm gonna try just a little bit. Then I'll pick up some white and with my yellow. Oh yeah. And I'm going to bring in some of that tan to try to tone some of this down. Because I don't want it so yellow. I just want that to stop. I'm going to bring in some tan to help tone it down a little bit. Okay. Now, that is a sunset. It looks kind of wild a little bit. I'm going to bring in just a little bit of that yellow with that tan right in here. And I've got some different colors going on in here a little bit. That's okay. There we go. It's just different colors in the sky. Alright, I'm going to pick up my little brush here, my 10/0 liner brush, and I'm going to use my white, what's left of it, and I'm going to put a few stars in the sky. So we'll just, wherever we want to put our stars, will be perfectly fine. If you want a little bit, you want a lot, you want a tiny little star, you want a big star, it's up to you. Put them where you want. I like lots of stars. That's why I like cold weather. You can sit up and go out and see a lot more stars, seem like at nighttime, than you can in the summertime. Okay. I got a sky full of stars. I'm going to grab, I have some Oxide, Chrome Oxide green. I'm going to use it. And if I have to, I'll pick up some black, but let's see if I can do without the black right now. I'm going to use my Filbert brush again, and I'm just going to pick up some white, and I'm going to start coming in here and just tapping a little, just a little green down here. I think I am going to use some black because I think that's just a little bit too much. It's a little too dark light for me. So just a tiny little bit of black and my green is what I'm trying to use together. And if I find that the black is overpowering, then I'll just come back in and put some green over it. It's nighttime, and we need it to look like nighttime. I got a little more, too much black in there. You're not going to see a lot of green at night, but I want it to be little flickers that it's there. Give that illusion that we got grass or something going on there. Alright, now I'm going to come up, that's my grass line, but I'm going to come up just a little bit along in here with that. It look like maybe some more trees or some kind of foliage back there with my green and black. And I'm just tapping. That's all I'm doing, just tapping. And you could go up as high as you want, but I'm going to do a little bit on this side too. I don't know if I'm going to need it, but I just want it just in case I do need it. That way we can see where we're going. Alright, So I do need this to completely dry before I go any further. I can always come back and add more stars if I need to, but as of right now, I'm not adding any more stars. I just got to look at this and I want a little bit something else there. So I'm going to take my pink, fluorescent pink, and my dark purple, and I'm just going to come in here and try to give it a little something more, because I just don't like, I want that in there, but I don't want it to be so overpowering. So there we go. Maybe if I just grab a little bit of that with the purple and the pink, a little bit of tan. I'm just going to come over here and put this in, and then I'm going to grab just a little bit of that tan if I can, and just come, there we go. I'm liking that so much better. Yeah. Got a little bit of that tan going on in there with those other colors. So yes, I like that a lot better. Okay, this is completely dry. I've went ahead and, I don't know if you can tell it, but I've drawn a little church here. I'll show you more in detail what that's going to be. But right now, I'm going to pick up my little liner brush, and I'm going to dip it in just a little bit of water and get my black a little runny here. And I'm going to put in a few little, I want some trees in here. So I'm just going to put in some limbs here. Just a few, so that I can bring in some other stuff. So that just gives me an idea where my tree is. So I just started where my other trees was in here. It's, if you want to make it a little bigger, we can. Alright, I'm going to bring in some limbs across here. And I'm just putting in some limbs, as you can tell. And that way we'll have some foliage. And I might put a little bit right in here too. Just some. This is just coming right there. And then I'm going to have some more over here. So we're going to bring in some right in here. And I know they're a little harder to see because it's dark colors, but that's okay. We're going to see it as we go. And I'm putting some right in here because I want plenty of trees. So that's just a little something to give us a direction to go. Now, I am going to pick up black and green like I did down here and fill in my trees. So I want a little bit of black and a little bit. I'm using my Filbert brush, and I'm just going to start coming in and tapping some in my on my trees, on my palette canvas. And we can just that way you can see. If I get it too dark, I can always come back in here with just some of that green like I did at the bottom. And I'm going off the sides. And I'm just bringing some of that down. Make it look like we got a lot of foliage going on there. Now we're going to come up in here. I'm just picking up some black and just tapping a little bit. Still got some of that green on my brush, as you can tell. Okay, we're going to do the same thing to the other side. We're just going to be tapping. Got a lot of black there, so I'm just going to bring in some of that green. It's nighttime, so I do want to keep it kind of dark. There's our tree, so I'm liking that. Let's come on down and do some more in here. Black and green is just giving us our, you can decide how you want them on there. Okay, and I'm just bringing in a little more green here, some black in it. And it's coming on down because I want to fill this in really good. I'm going to stop before I get to the church, but I don't want it to look like a line there. So we'll just come in. There we go. I think I need a little bit more right in here. Let's get a little more green right in here. I want a little more black in there with that one because that's... Alright, so there is our trees. So this is our next layer, and it's got to dry. So this is completely dry, and I went ahead and draw this out before I painted the trees in pencil, but I'm going to try to draw it out in chalk for you, and I'm going to try to show you how I started. So if this is the middle of the canvas, right here's about the middle of the canvas, I've come over about 1/4 of an inch, and I've come down about 1/2 an inch, and I'm just going to give myself a little marker right there. From this line down to here, I've come down about 1 1/4 inches, and then I'm going to go over about 1 inch and give myself another little marker. And from that same spot, I'm going to go over, well, I'm a little bit further down, that's okay. If I go back to this, I'm coming down about 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and I'm going over about 1 inch and make me a marker. So I'm just going to connect this one, and I'm going to connect this one. Then I'm going to, I actually want this to come down a little past, so that's okay. Then I'm going to bring this down to about 1 inch from the bottom. Same thing, I'm just going to come off, I left a little bit of that line, as you can see, and I'm just coming right here. I'm coming down to about the same spot and just let them meet. So that's the front of our church. Now, I'm back up here. I've come over about 1 inch from the side, and I've come down about 1/2 an inch, and I'm just going to make me a little marker, And there I'm going to draw a line coming down. I want that to be straight. With this angle and this angle, I'm going to just bring it down just a little bit. And then I'm going to connect these two. I'm going to come off of this one. I'm going to leave that there a little bit. I'm coming down to, trying to get straight to where these are, and I'm going to connect those. And that is the start of our church. Now, I'm going to come in here. I don't know if you can see these. I've got I'm about a fourth of an inch from the top here and a fourth of an inch here, and I'm a good finger width in between these, and then I'm just going to connect these at the top. So this is about 1.25 inches long, probably 1.5 inches wide, and that's just where I place my windows in there. You can do the same if you want to. My doors, I'm making a double door here, and so I'm just bringing in my frame. I'm going to just come in the middle, and now I'm coming about halfway. Whoops, I just broke my chalk. I'm coming halfway, and this part's going to be painted, and this part I'm going to come back to. And that's where we can end up. The little things now I can't do with chalk, and after I've done broke it anyway. But that's okay, because I'm coming back in there, and we'll do it as we paint. So I have white, cobalt blue, and black for this, and I am going to use one of my new brushes that I got for Mother's Day. This was at Hobby Lobby. It's was in a pack. Let's see, I'll try to show you the pack. I can't remember which one was which. Oh, this one. It was in a pack. There's 5 pieces in here, and there was $7.99 on sale for 40% off. And so this was part of my Mother's Day gift, and so this is one of those little brushes, and this is a number 4 that I'm using. And my daughter-in-law, I'll have to not my daughter-in-law, my granddaughter come in, and she's seen I got 2 packs of them, one like this and one this color, and she said, "Grandmama, they're pretty and shiny." So I'm going to use my pretty and shiny to try to fill in this church. I'm going to use just a little bit of white with some of my black, and I want a darker gray. And so I'm just going to come in here and close it, cover it up. I'm also going to bring just a little bit down right here where this is, so we'll have our roof on over here. And the reason I'm doing it a darker gray, I want to try not to have the shine on it that the black tends to have. Trying to tone it down a little bit. And if we don't get all the chalk off, you know, we can always if you don't get that, you can always come back in there and wash the chalk off. But what we're trying to do is get it where it's even, and it's smooth. And I'm gonna bring this down right here. trying to smooth it out right here. Alright. I'm going to use just my white at this point, and I'm going to put, I'm going to try to come in here and fill in with just white right now. I'm going to be careful under that. I'm just laying down some white. We're going to end up trying to come in here with some little darker color. But I got to get a base where I'm going. And where my windows are, I'm trying to leave that open. So that's the start of our church. And if I'm looking at this and I don't like it as far as this part, I can always come back and add more, bring that roof down a little bit. But right now we're just getting it in there so we can see what we like and what we don't like. And if we don't like the where this comes, I can always put some grass there, but I'm liking it pretty good right now. So I'm gonna come under here with my white, fill this in. I have to come back in there and touch that up with a little black, it doesn't matter. So that's our start of our church. It's looking pretty good, I think. Okay, I'm going to come on down here and put white because I'm going to come back in there and fix my doors. Just want to get this straight. And come along in here. Well, this is the first time I'm using this paintbrush, and I have to tell you, it's a, I'm not sure, let me tell you what it's called. It's a, it's Royal and Langnickel Company, Zing, but this one is, what is it? It's a number 4 chisel blender. So, I guess it did its job pretty good, I think. Okay, so we got part of our door. Here, let's get this straight because we're going to bring in some other stuff there. I'm going to try to smooth this out just a little bit right in here, because I know I'm going to have to probably bring this down a little bit. That's okay. I may end up bringing some down more over here too, to get it to look, I don't want to upside it. Let's see, go ahead and bring some of this together. And if I need to, I could pull that over more. Bring in some more white right there. Okay. Yep. So I'm going to wash my brush and pick up a little white. And I'm just going to bring in some of this white and pull this down just a little bit right in here. I bet you all builders wish they could build on to a church that quick, because it's not that easy. Okay. Make a bluish gray color. And so I'm going to wipe that off so I don't have a ton of paint on it. And then I'm just going to come in on and put this in here. And then I might just pick up some white over it, just to, I don't want it too dark. There we go. That's what I want. So what I'm doing, I'm just taking that blue and mixture that I made and some white, and I'm just coming down to give that look like it's nighttime, and that's what I want it to represent, nighttime. So if we have some little whiter lights, lighter colored it in there, it's fine. I don't want much of my gray. Okay, so we're just coming down with some blue, and I've got a little white with it. I need a little more white. I'm just going to pick up some if I want to make it a little lighter. There we go. My little gray here, gray blue. And then I'm going to pick up some white with it. Now I'm going to, right under this, right here, I'm going to make some shadows a little darker. And I hate to tell you, but I got to turn this away because I want to make this a little bit darker as well. And of course we're going to come under the windows a little bit and make it darker there. So let's go ahead and get this here covered up with some to pile up on me there, and I didn't want that to happen there. Okay, so let's just grab a little white in here and bring in some white Just picking up the white. Got a good bit of paint on my brush here, so I'm trying to I've got a lot of this gray blue on my brush, so it's that's why I'm just having to pick up white. Okay. I'm going to pick up some just of the dark gray now, and I'm going to go back under here, give myself some more shadow under my roof line here. Okay. Alright, I'm going to wash my brush because I'm still going to bring down that roof line just a little bit with some of this black grade that I made. It's got some water on it with that gray, and just okay, try to make this straight. Okay. And I need this to dry so that I can bring in some pencil marks for myself, because I will feel better with that. But I'm going to bring in just I got tiny little bit of blue and some white, and I'm going to just fill in my windows here. Might need a little more blue. Let's grab some white here just to go over this. We're going to bring trim around, so that's, you're going to tell the difference there. Not much. I'm going to bring it over just a little bit more because I'm seeing that one is a little wider than the other. And you can see the blueness in the window now. And once this dries, we're going to paint this door white, but this part here is going to be blue. Good thing about that chisel edge is that it lets you get in there pretty straight. Okay, so there's our windows. Now we're going to put some window up here. We're going to go across the, I think I got too much white. I want a little more blue. We're going to go across here. So we're going to have a window at the top if we can. And then we're just going to come in here, put some blue down. We can actually just bring this in together. If we wanted to, I guess we could pick up some more of this gray, and I don't want to do it I'm just checking to see if I like it. If I don't like it, then I won't do it. But just doing some tapping, putting some boards in there, make it look like some shadowing of some boards. And like I said, if I don't like it, I'll just take it off. Well, it's not straight, but it's an old church, so I guess it don't much matter. I come in along in here, and I'm gonna give myself a little tap on this first row. And then we can just kind of tap it in here between the windows. And that'll give me my I'm following this, my pattern. Our little church. You know, that there's a little song that the kids used to sing. There's a church by the side of the road. Do you know that song? There's a church by the side of the road. There's a church, there's a church, there's a church by the side of the road. I'm going to use, my next is going to be a little liner brush. Because I do have some things to do that I need some small stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and from the peak I'm over probably 1/4 of an inch, and I'm just going to make me a little white line. I'm coming over maybe 1/8 of an inch, and I'm coming down probably about 1/8 of an inch from the onto the church. See that? And then I'm coming over again from the top of the church. I am probably with this line about 1/2 inch. This one is just maybe 1/8 of an inch. They're the same height, but this one's like 1/8 of an inch longer. And then this one will be the same way. I'll connect those two. And then I'm going to come up just a little piece. And you can tell it's not very much. And I'm going to bring this down. We're going to connect that. And I'm just doing that at a little angle. Okay, and I'm going to bring this down a little bit just to make it a little fancier. Try to. I think we'll put a little tiny one in there that makes it look like the back one back there. So we're going to be coming back in with our other color just a little bit. First I'm going to use the gray, the black and white. I'm going to put a little water with it because I want to kind of get it thin. I'm going to come about, it's a smidgen, y'all, on each side of this. And just draw me a line. And then I'm just going to come in here and bring it to a point. And then fill that in. And that's the top of the church. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit more. And that looks like the top of our church there. All right, I'm going to pick up some more white, and I'm going to come back in and add a few more stars. I went over a little bit and closed in some of my stars, so I'm just going to add a few more because I like stars in the sky. I'm going to use my liner brush here because I'm a little nervous here. I'm going to bring this down and I'm going to make my doors. Now, I can tell this needs to come up a little bit because it's looking kind of sunk in. Now I'm going to grab my blue gray that I made and some white, and I'm just coming over this a little bit just to give it a little something. I've had a little highlight in there that I didn't like. I think I'll go back and fix that with that just a black gray that I made. Let's just put in a little lighter. Okay. I'm going to use my chisel brush again, and I'm going to come in with that gray blue that I made, and I'm just going to put a couple little lines, tap, 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 right in there. And that's all I'm going to do for that. Now, alright, so I'm using my chisel brush, and I'm going to use my white, and I'm going to very gently come in here and tap or go up. That's what I'm going to do. Just go up a little bit. I'm doing that very lightly, y'all. Let me see if I can bring it down very lightly. There we go. And there's our trim. Okay, so let's get the trim going on this side. Okay, so I need to make these touch. I think I got a little bit too much over here, so I'm going to just take my finger and wipe some of this off. There we go. Because I don't want it to come way over. Again, I'm just going to come across this edge right here and make this my trim on my church. And this is what takes time, y'all. It's just trying to get it straight and done. There's a trim on this side of the church now. I don't know why I started over there because I'm right-handed. I'm going to get on it. So let's go ahead and I'm going to use my other hand to prop up. So that's what I'm doing, y'all. I'm coming in here with white to give myself a little trim. And if it's too tacky, I can let it dry and then come back And then I left a space between the door and the window there. So that is where I'm, bring this down. That's where I'm trying to go. But I see I got to go a little further in there. There we go. So there's like having a window over the door. Okay, so now we're I'm going to put some trim right here, but I'm probably going to have to come around with black because of my white door. Okay. And I'm just going to try to get this smoothed out. There. There. Okay. Now, I'm going to do my best to start here. And let's see, and end here. Let's see if I can put... I'm just making me some points to try to drag it and be straight, because a tendency to start over here and end up over here instead of being there together. So there's that trim. We're gonna go up under here. So we got that done. And now we're going to come down this side. I don't know if real painters have a steady hand or not, but this pretend painter doesn't have a steady hand all the time, so I'm working on it. I think I'm going to do my trim. I'm going to try my trim here in white. I think going to the mountains and seeing white churches, even here around my house, if there's a white church, I think they're just so pretty. Used to go to work with Randy sometimes, or had to go out and meet customers or something, and there would be about 30 minutes or so from here is a beautiful white church. And just to go by there and see it, I thought it was just so pretty. Well, I might have got it carried away a little bit there. If I did, we'll just come back with a little bit of something. I'm just going to pick up some of my little blue gray there. Just touch that. Touch that up. There we go. I think that's chalk right there. So I want to get rid of it because it's confusing me. I see that little white there and I'm thinking, I've splattered white all over it, other than the stars. But it's chalk. I got all the chalk off except that little bit. And I'm going to pick up some of this white still, because I want to come out just a little bit on each side with some trim. I think that just gives it a little something extra. I guess we're going to use the gray that we used on the church. We're going to use it on the doors. So I'm just going to pick up some of that. And I'm going to try to come in the middle. And put my door there. I don't know if I like that or not. Okay, and then we're just going to come around our windows here. I think I've had a little bit bigger than what I wanted right there, so I'm just going to wipe my brush off, pick up a little of that blue and a little bit of white. Maybe I didn't get any blue. Just come in here, touch that up. Okay. So I'm back with my liner brush. I'm not happy with that line, so I'm going to wet my brush a little bit, get me some of this black, and I'm going to, if I can get the water off of it, I'm going to pull this up and pull this up. There we go. It gives it a little more character. I'm going to keep my trim there, but I want to use this black in here too. Very lightly. As I tell my grandchildren, act like you're writing on a butterfly. You press hard. You're going to have fat brush strokes if you play low, easy. You have skinny ones, and hard ones will kill the butterfly. So we want to go gently so we don't kill the butterfly. And I'm going to come right across here where the door meets the glass. We could actually do some little fancier stuff around the, I'm going to use my black, and I'm just going to come in here, give it a little, try to give it a little, make it a little fancier if I can. There we go. There's our doors. Let's do something at the bottom too. We've spent money on these doors. Now let's make them look good for the church. Okay. Now we need some handles. Let's see. We can put a handle here. We'll put a dot here and a dot here, and then we'll just bring this down. Yeah. Guess I need a little bigger dot on this side. Okay. Now we got our fancy doors on our church. Little details probably didn't need to worry about, but I enjoy it, so I'm coming back up here just to make that a little darker. I'm going to use my chisel brush again because I'm going to pick up some of this white, and I know I'm turning it sideways, sorry about that, but I'm going to come in here and put a little bit more of a trim. I want it just a little thicker right in here. And I think I might do the same thing and do here. Wow, just go fast with it. It makes a difference. And we'll just come on over here and do the same thing. This one's harder to go faster with because of the angle for me. Okay, I thought I had finished with this painting, and I was in there editing. But I'd let it sit overnight, and there was just something missing, and I decided that I knew what it was, and so I have a 3/0 liner brush here. And I'm using my white. I've done drawed this out a little bit, so I'm just coming up here. Very lightly. And putting me across. I just thought it needed that, so I'm going to come over it one more time. I like the little church steeple, but I just like that cross on it to let you know that, well, we know, but I like the cross on top. I just think it made it pop. So, I'm done with that little brush. Excuse me. Done everything I thought I had to do for this painting. But there was one thing I forgot to do. And that was to sign it. So I'm using a different palette of paints that I didn't have because I just finished up a different painting. So I don't have any black. So I'm going to use purple right down here. And I'm going to sign my name. It's going to be hard to see. That's okay. Because black would have been hard to see too. There we go. Yep, it's easier to see. The lights are kind of blinding in here. Because I have to have so much light. But that is my Aurora. So now it is finished. See that little cross? It just made a big difference. To me it made the big difference, y'all. Now when I look at this painting, there are so many names that come to mind. And I don't know what I want to name it, but I think it's so cute. So there is my, I took this from a picture off of Facebook. And no, it's not going to be exactly like Facebook because I can't do anything. There's my picture of it. And so, yeah, I can't, I could make my cat, I guess I could make it darker. But I like my church lit up like it is, so rather happy with that. So what do y'all think? So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you'll pick up a paintbrush and get to painting. Y'all take care. God bless.